so you can see the timing for yourself.
Let's figure out.
Please help us welcome Rosamond Fife.
Thank you very kindly, Madam Toastmaster. It's great to see you all. I am going to tell you a little bit about who I am, why I'm here, and what I enjoy. So my name is Rosamond Fife, and I was born in Cheltenham, England in October of 1979. A couple of weeks later, the Duke and Duchess of that city traveled to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the land where my parents grew up, to represent the Queen of England as Vincentians celebrated their independence. It was almost as if we were both emancipated together, St. Vincent from England and moi from my mother's womb. So, I got out of the womb and we went to Brooklyn. We moved to New York to be closer to my family, and I grew up in a big house with a whole lot of love. My family, they affectionately call me Roz or Rozzy, and they rarely ever call me by my given name. When I went to school, people started to butcher my name. It was as if no one could pronounce my name correctly. I wasn't one of the cool kids, and it didn't help that I was kind of nerdy. But by the time I got to high school, I'd had enough. I decided that I was going to reinvent myself. At the time, Rosie Perez and Rosie O'Donnell were super successful, so I decided that that's who I was going to be, a Rosie. A few years later, I grew up a little bit, and I realized that my unique name had special meaning, and I chose to embrace it. Professionally, I use Rosamond. In case you were wondering, Rosamond is a French name with an English spelling that means rose of the world. And you know, roses, they're sweet and pretty, but they also have thorns. They might prick you a little bit, but don't worry, I only have one or two. I'll be easy on you. Despite my place of birth, my current place of residence, or even my cultural heritage, if you ask me where I'm from, I will say New York. I'm a New Yorker, and I'm gonna be a New Yorker till the day that I die. But technically, now I'm a Floridian. I really miss my city, but I don't miss those winters. Have you seen the news? They have feet of snow. Like, do you know how much a foot is? They have multiple feet. That's more than one. I can't deal. Even though Florida is the U.S. epitome of plashy, I really love the mild winters here. But this bird didn't fly south for fun in the sun. I moved here to be closer to my aging mother, whom I love dearly. I wanted to be able to spend more time with her and to simply be present. I swear, I promise you, as a teenager, my mother was the most annoying. She was strict and she was mean, and it must be by the grace of God, because as she grew older, she grew wiser. She started giving me really good advice, and I enjoy spending time with her and hearing her tell me stories of her youth and where she grew up, and my doting grandparents, who unfortunately are now deceased. Back in 2017, toward the end of the year, I moved to Suntree, and just a few months ago, I packed up and I moved in with my mom in Port St. Lucie. I've been searching for fun since I moved to Florida, and it's a little hard to find as an adult. It's even harder to find during a pandemic. However, I can honestly say that I've found fun and I've enjoyed the time that I've spent with Girl Talk, and I'm excited for more of it. I also really enjoy being so close to such beautiful beaches. Something that's always brought me joy is that I love creating. I am a creative person. When I was 7 years old, I actually won first place in the New York City Young Inventors Competition. I made a prototype for sneakers with lights, and I called them night owls. They were designed to help children see and be seen at night. I had a vision of keeping children safe during activities like trick-or-treating. But guess what? My invention mysteriously disappeared from the fair and was never returned to me. And next year, LA Gear lights were on store shelves. I have nothing further to say. I love YouTube University. Have you been? You can learn almost anything on YouTube. I can't tell you how much money it's saved me over the years. One of the things I've learned to do via YouTube is paint. I find peace when I paint. I really enjoy it, and I find it's a great way to de-stress, and I love hosting paint parties where I can help other people enjoy their love for art and find it. I think I just like hosting in general. This year, or in the last year, I should say, I've hosted a few Zoom events for my family. Sadly, one of them was a memorial service for some people who are no longer with us, but that encouraged us to celebrate and enjoy the moments while we are still able to. So we've had a few surprise birthday celebrations, and it was a really excellent way for the family to keep connected during these difficult times. Now, you know me. My name is Rosamond, but you may call me Roz. I was born in England, raised in Brooklyn, and now reside in Port St. Lucie with my loving mom. And I create things. I love creating things, as well as creating positive energy for the people around me. I look forward to learning more about each of you and being a part of Girl Talk. Thank you. Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Roz. What a delight.